Today, we will build our own custom client portal from scratch. Take a look. Here's my client's view, my view. My client's view, my view. I can rearrange apps, scooch them all around, scooch, scooch. And you know what I just decided? I don't want Steve accessing files anymore. Just like that, clicky, clicky, remove. Look at this, poof, did you miss it? Poof, it's gone. Didn't even have to reload. Now, if I wanna add my own apps to this left-hand side here, that's what they call them, apps. I'll hit add an app. I'll call it Jason's blog. Lots of options here, but I'm gonna add my blog by just putting the URL right in here. Boop, here's my blog. I published this, now back to the client view. Just put my blog right in my portal. What else could we put in there? IRS payments? You know, you got that client that's always asking you for the website, like really? I'm gonna make another new app, call it IRS payments. And instead of embedding the site, now let's set it to just open a link in a new tab. Link, add it, boop, back to the client view, boom! Click right on through there. I'm gonna show you some wild things today, and it is all possible thanks to the sponsor of today's demo day, Copilot, because when it comes to my client portal, I don't need some software company telling me what my portal should look like. Don't tell me what to do. Yeah. And you can now swipe entire portal templates. So what we're going to build today, you can steal with one click of your wee bitty mouse. Okay, let me rapid fire you through some of the basic functionality that you wanna know that Copilot has. Clients. Clients can belong to any number of companies. And what you're seeing up here, custom fields. I can create fields of different types, phone number, email, URL. Let's come down here. Let's create a tag field called tech stack, because Steve uses QBO and let's say Bill. Now if I go back to the client screen, you'll see the tech stack property shows up there now. I can drill in, got QBO and Bill. Up here you can change what's viewable on this screen. I got a few things I've set up in here. Got properties for bookkeeping, tax, and advisory service levels. Now, cool thing here, properties can be set to be read-only or editable by clients. So, back to the profile page. Let's turn these guys on, boop, 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 and make address and phone editable. So when we come back to Steve's view, if we have the profile app enabled, he can hop in here, look at this. He can change his phone, he can change his address, but he can't change the service levels in his tech stack. Now back on the client screen, to create clients, I can manually add them, I can import them from a list, or I can use this static link to let them self-onboard, put that on my website. Yeah, baby, that's client management. Now messages, a couple smart things here. You can message either clients or companies. And if I send a message to a company, it goes to all the members of a company. Also, if clients don't like using the app for whatever reason, they'll get an email when a message comes through. And if they reply to that email, the reply, it comes through messages. Smart. What else we got? Files. Similar to messages, files can get pushed out to people or companies. Billing. Set up products, set up invoices or subscriptions. They've got a basic QBO integration right now, but they're working on a deeper one. Contracts with built-in e-signature functionality, not yet KBA, but if you already have an e-signature tool, something that you love, you can probably pull it into Copilot, embed it in that Copilot experience, at the very least link out to it. Custom domains. You can put Copilot on a custom domain so it lives at yourfirm.com. You can even remove the powered by Copilot branding, so it looks like actually a totally custom app on your website. Does it? Security? You bet it does. Even HIPAA compliance, look at that. They'll sign a BAA. Custom connections, massively robust support for Zapier and Make. This is like the gold standard, just look at this. They have an open API if you wanna build your own connections. You can even build entirely custom apps that live inside of Copilot. So if you can't get it to do something that you need, you can go out and hire a developer, put together an app that literally lives inside of Copilot. Pretty cool, but the real beauty of the platform, in my humble opinion, is it is a canvas upon which I can make my wildest dreams come true by creating my own apps without code and making them visible to specific people. So without further ado, here's a setup that I have built from scratch, what I would actually use. And again, you can swipe this setup in the link below the like button in the video description. Now, fair warning, it contains 3 ideas. I'm not sure you're ready for them, okay? People are gonna be talking about this, okay? It's okay. Number 1, I'm gonna give access to non-clients. What? I know, heresy, I know. I'm gonna make it so anybody can sign up on my website at no cost and get immediate access to helpful resources. It's a great way to differentiate yourself from other firms, but most portal apps, they don't support this sort of thing, right? So look at this. Back on clients, I've made a custom property called Active with the options lead, client, or past client. Now I want leads getting access to some resources that will pull them further into my web, give them a taste of what it looks like to work with me. I want active clients to have access to the full beans, even apps that are specific to their service level. Remember, we define their service levels here, so I can make apps specific to that tag visible to them. And then past clients, I don't know, maybe I'll give them access to the files for like a few years so that they don't bug me. And to make this work, all we have to do is go through each of our apps. A reminder, the things on the left-hand side, those are apps. Select custom visibility and choose the statuses that should have access to that app. I can tie that to any client property. It's as simple as that. So, for example, here I've got an app that's a YouTube channel for my beekeeping clients. If I look at the details, here I've got an embed link. It is an embed link for the playlist, the YouTube playlist. Over on the YouTube page for that playlist, under share and embed, I can grab this link and that's what I'm using in Copilot. Again, many apps can be shared via embedding and you can embed that stuff directly into your Copilot setup. But down here, it's only being shown to clients who have the active property set to lead. Now, big brain, advanced move you could do here, I could even embed a little wee checkout form to let someone upgrade their access if I had, say, paid courses or something like that. But why would you do something like that when there are services out there like, say, Kajabi, that'll put all this stuff in one place, like paid course content? Because rather than running a standalone platform for my courses, I can get everything in here. I can put it all in Copilot. Then that person becomes a client. That stuff's gonna live along all the other stuff that they use. That is the goal with Copilot, to get all those disparate things into one centralized place. And many of those third-party services, if they do have special functionality that you need, many of them actually are embeddable so that you can build them straight into Copilot. Okay, second thing, client-specific stuff. Now check this out, I got a spreadsheet we use with Steve for reporting and budgeting stuff. Very nice. Let's give him access. But inside Copilot, what? Anytime you create an app in Copilot, you're going to indicate whether the setup is unique to each client or the same for all clients. I'm gonna add this, create this app, and I'm going to add links for each of the clients who should have this app. So click this guy, I'll select Steve, I'm gonna paste that spreadsheet link. Steve, refresh your browser. Never mind, you actually don't have to refresh. There it is, right alongside all his other apps. All that one-off crap you're emailing can live right in here. Whether that's like KPI dashboards, budgets, whatever it is, clients can grab that stuff inside Copilot even if it normally lives in several different places. Couple other ideas. Remember that example from earlier where we created an app that just links out to the IRS payment page? A cooler example of the same thing. Remember we've got this tech stack property? Well, what if I made an app that was just a link out to the login page for each of those apps, for QBO, for Bill, for all the other apps that my clients use, and then I set the visibility of those pages to whoever has that app in their tech stack property, right? Another one people are talking more about now, how about giving access to meeting transcripts? We're starting to record more of our meetings. What if we give our clients access to that via Copilot? Let's say you run like weekly office hours in your firm. You could give access to recordings to either everyone or specific clients according to their service level. If you run some private mastermind groups, you could tag clients by cohort and give access to recordings for the people with that cohort tag. So much flexibility there. Okay, third and final edgy, controversial idea that I have built into my portal that you can steal from the link down below, upgrade bait. What if we built into this portal experience whatever would lead clients to upgrade to the next service level? For a bookkeeping client, maybe that's the next level of advisory, where I'll do a video review of their financial statements each month. Why not create an app that is kind of like a lead magnet page for the people who don't have it? That includes an example, say a sample set of financial statements and me doing a review of it with a button to upgrade or contact us to upgrade. If this is for my tax clients, maybe I want them to upgrade to the next level of service for tax advisory. For the clients who don't have that service in their client properties, I can display a page that is an example dashboard of what they would have if they did opt into that service, and then a button to subscribe or contact us. Even if we just go back to the example of leads, when someone first comes in and gets some of your content, what do you want them to do next? Sign up for your newsletter, buy a digital product, upgrade to like the entry-level client experience. Man, there's stuff possible here that's really hard to do on traditional practice management systems, right? But check this out, because this is one other sneaky advantage of having a dedicated tool for the client experience. If a tool just handles the client experience, just the client portal side, you can use then whatever tooling you want for your own workflows. Those two things are now separated because oftentimes you'll fall in love with a workflow tool, but has kind of like a clunky or a crappy client experience. Or even worse, you decide you want to change workflow tools. That now requires retraining your entire client base on a different client portal. But you don't want to do that. So now you're going to be stuck with this inferior workflow tool. Separating those two things, while there are some benefits to them being connected, there's some very real drawbacks too, right? Now, check out the link in the video description below to swipe the template that we have built here. Use it as a starting point for your own firm, kick the tires on it, see if it's something that could be for you. And thanks to Copilot for sponsoring this video. This has been a demo day where we show off the coolest tech in the accounting profession. I'll link a playlist with a bunch of other rad stuff that will no doubt overwhelm you, because running an accounting firm, honestly, these days, it's just a whole lot of tech and hard, like, seemingly high stakes decisions, right? I got into this to do the accounting. I didn't get into this to be a CTO of some nerd firm, PLLC,